Hello everyone, it's Aldrine and welcome to Ukulele Underground Song Made Easy, or Songs Made Songs Made Easy. Once again, my name is Aldrine I'm joined by Mr. Aaron, the voice Nakamura. Say what's up, Aaron?
What's up?
Okay. Microphone's all the way over there. And by Mr. Kahai, the legend for again. Say what's up, Kahai?
What's up?
So this is a show where we show you folks songs from the Ukulele Underground, but we break them down so that beginners can play these songs as well. We usually play these songs in different keys, sometimes a little bit too difficult for beginners. So what we want to do is we want to make sure everyone gets to have fun and everyone gets to play these songs. So we're trying to break these down simple enough that everyone can play them. Okay, so songs made easy here on Ukulele Underground. And today's song we're going to be learning "Stand By Me." So classic tune. And I know last week we learned a song by just using one finger, but this tune we're going to be using one finger. We're going to be adding one finger at like one finger at a time. Okay, so with this we're going to be running through 4 different chords. Okay, we're going to be running through C, A minor, F, and G7. Okay, and just like before, we're only going to be doing down strums, and we're going to do something interesting with that as well. All right, so everybody ready? Here we go. So what we ultimately want it to sound like is this, so you guys can get an idea what we're trying to do. So when the night has come and a land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. Okay, so nice and simple. The first chord we're going to learn today is a C chord. You're going to take your ring finger for this one, and we're going to play A string 3rd fret. So ring finger on the A string, so string closest to the floor on the 3rd fret. Let's just take our thumb. Let's just run through those strings really quick. So just to make sure that we are, we're holding this chord correctly. Play each string to make sure that you hear every single string or every single note in this chord, because we don't want to be hearing, or a lot of beginners tend to kind of overshoot when they're playing a chord. So what that means is either playing playing that notes on that fret a little bit too far in or too far back on the fret. So these are our frets. Each one of these are our frets, and that's what kind of separates each note on the ukulele. So for this one, it's on the A string 3rd fret. We want to keep that ring finger in the middle of that fret. So if you've been playing your ukulele and you're kind of hearing these noises, then you need to kind of make sure that you're playing your chord correctly. All right, so that is your C chord. Now, next chord is our A minor chord, middle finger on the G string 2nd fret like this. So middle finger goes all the way up. I like to think of kind of like a rainbow. So I'm going to do a little rainbow with my middle finger, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to clear the C, E, and A strings, because I only want to hear that G string 2nd fret. So for some people, their rainbow is not as high, so you might be muting the C string like this, but you want to hear everything. So same thing, we want to do what I like to call a string check. So I'm going to check each string, making sure I hear everything. And if I hear all the strings and hear all the notes that I want to hear, that means I'm playing that note correctly. Okay? And like I said, we're just going to keep adding fingers. So pointer finger is going to be added to the E string. This is the 2nd string from the bottom, 1st fret, like this. So pointer finger, same thing, our little mini rainbow, because that has to clear the A string. Okay, so like this. Now if we do the string check, keeping that middle finger in the G string 2nd fret. So nice and simple. Here's the transition. So from the C, I kind of already have my middle finger ready for that rainbow that I'm talking about. C, And here I'm holding the ukulele with my kind of big knuckle on my pointer finger here. I'm just kind of resting that on where the neck meets the head of my ukulele. Nice and comfortable. And what that allows me to do is kind of swing my wrist around. And because I can swing my wrist around, that ring finger goes on that A string 3rd fret. Nice and simple. And I'm not kind of floating it like this. You can, but that's how you get tired faster. If you rest your pointer finger big knuckle here on the neck and head of the ukulele, it rests your hand. It doesn't make you fatigue that fast, okay? Because I know playing ukulele, and I know some of you folks play for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. So this is something that will help you in the long run, okay? And that's also a good idea for the next chord because we want to keep this stable. So my thumb then, kind of not pinches, but I'm having my thumb up here, like right almost where the nut of the ukulele is. So this white part here is called the nut. So my thumb kind of just holds it gently to keep my ukulele in place. So when I go from the C to the A minor. Because if I go from the C here, with like no support at all, I'm kind of letting go of my ukulele going to the A minor chord. So some people, they get a little bit of imbalance with the ukulele. So to keep that balance, to keep it nice and stable, use that big knuckle on your pointer finger when you play that C chord. And you can have your thumb ready already if you want. And when I let go of that C chord to play the A minor chord, I have that nice grip like this. So you can see it from the side. And that's what it looks like. So here's like where maybe I'll do it from this angle. Ooh. There we go. So the big knuckle, my knuckle's not so big, but there's that knuckle. It goes right here. Thumb kind of goes on the top. Holds it nice and steady. So here's our C. I can let it go. Ukulele is still in hand. Goes to the A minor. And there's my rainbow. Okay. Pointer finger then for the F goes down on the E string. Nice and simple. So I don't really have to do anything extra or anything fancy. Pointer finger just kind of goes down. The only thing I have to be aware of is clearing that A string. So just to make sure that you're clearing the A string, do that string check like I told you. And like how we did last week, you can take off your fingers like this, and your fingers are not doing anything, out of the ordinary or any kind of weird bends. You're still kind of doing this, closed fist and open fist, right? So when I put my ukulele back, same thing. I'm not doing any kind of weird movements like claws like this or whatever. It's just from a closed fist to an open fist. So I have my open fist, F chord. So with that F chord, you can either keep resting it over there, or you can let it go for a bit, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna swing this wrist around. So from your wrist pointing this way, you want it to point a little bit more out there, and what that's gonna do, notice my fingers getting ready for the next chord, and our next chord is G7. So your middle finger is gonna go on the C string 2nd fret. Pointer finger is gonna stay there from your F chord on the E string 1st. Ring finger goes down on the A string 2nd fret as well. So because you're trying to fit all these fingers in that tiny little space, because we only have 2 frets, right? The 1st and the 2nd fret, we're trying to get C string 2nd fret, E string 1st fret, and A string 2nd fret in that small, tiny, tiny little space. If we do it like this with our wrist down here, this is what it looks like. And remember when I said I don't like doing any kind of weird, like weird movements? This is how my closed fist looks like, and it just looks weird. But if I have it like this, and then I do my closed fist, it still looks, nice and normal, right? So like, yeah, with a thumbs up, and then down here. So yeah. It's just my middle finger is a little bit, protruded like this. So, but imagine it if I'm doing the thumbs up sign like this, just protruding my middle finger out. That's my G7 chord. Like a little triangle. I like to think of it as a triangle. And my triangle is kind of pointing towards my face like this. So if your triangle's not pointing towards your face, pointing up like this, you might want to swing your wrist around like so. Okay? So nice little pro tip for all you folks there. So from the F chord, okay? So with my F chord, I'm still, resting my my first knuckle here. I can let it go so that I can swing here, or maybe just shift my knuckle back a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm extending my pointer finger to shift this knuckle from here to here. That's all. Not doing much. That middle finger is gonna go down to the C string. Ring finger goes down on the A string. Do a string check. Nice and simple. Now let's try it together. Let's go from C. Then let's go to A minor. So lift up. Now let's go to your F chord. Swing around for the G7 chord. Back to your C chord. Notice my wrist goes back into position. Then A minor. Then F. Then G7. Then C. Okay, you don't have to do all this, fancy stuff. If you can hold it like that, you can totally hold it that way. But here's just some suggestions so that you don't get fatigued too easily, right? Okay, so now that we have the chords that we need, the strumming pattern is going to be what's tricky here. So I'm gonna write down 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we count beats in our head, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guys count with me? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also snap your fingers to this beat. 2, 3, 4. Now, if we put 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If we're talking about the beats here, and if we stomped our foot, or if we tapped our foot, not stomp, if we tap our foot, in order to tap our foot on 1, 2, 3, 4, before we can tap it, that foot has to go up before it can go down on 2, up again, then down on 3, up again, then down on 4. That means there's something in between 1 and 2, and we like to put, just say and. So 1 and 2 and. It just kind of makes it easy to count the 4 beats and the things in between. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So with this song, what we're gonna do is we're actually strumming down on 1, and we're strumming down here on the upbeat of 2. So for those of you folks who are signed up to our newsletter on Ukulele Underground, you will receive the sheet music for or the printout for this song, "Stand By Me" by Benny King. If you guys are UU Plus subscribers, you can download that as well. But if you guys are not subscribed to the newsletter yet, go ahead and go sign up for the newsletter. I think there should be links below, right?
Yeah.
To sign up for the. Yeah.
You'll also get like all the past songs and then all the future songs too.
Yeah. So it's a great idea to sign up for that. Anything that we're going to be doing for Songs Made Easy here, on the show, we'll be doing the materials, we'll be handing them out at the on the newsletter. Okay. So if we were to do this, let's count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what if we said this a little bit louder? So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, let's say this a little bit louder, just so that we can get a feel for when it's going to be. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It works a lot better if you say it with me. So say it with me here. So at home, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now that we know that, let's take what we just learned, put it on our ukulele, and it's gonna sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so with Stand By Me, we're going to be doing 2 of those on the C chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With the 2 of those in the A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So our F gets 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then G7 gets 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then last but not least, we have another C chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for 2 beats. Okay, so once again, check out your papers, your handouts. It should be on the handout. But for those of you folks who are just following along at home without the handout, it's 2 times on C, 2 times on A minor, 1 time on F, 1 time on G7, and 2 times on C. Then repeat. Okay, so let's try to play this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so what I did earlier in order to give myself a better idea of that upbeats on the 2, so 2 and, I actually, because you want that thumb to be going at a quarter beat pace, it was what we call it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of awkward and a little bit weird to strum a down strum on the upbeat. So what I did was I did 1, and then on 2, I'm putting my thumb and I'm tapping my ukulele. And then as soon as that's done, I'm strumming down. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and. So from the tapping, my thumb, I'm going to use the flesh part of my thumb. I'm just going to tap. I'm just going to twist my wrist from here, tap on the soundboard, and just slide that down to strum my ukulele. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and. So if you want to do that, you can. If you want to just do it down, down, if you can follow along, with the upbeat without having to tap your ukulele, totally fine. If you want to do a nice little party trick, that's a nice, cool little beginner party trick for you folks. It's just kind of tap on your ukulele like so. You get a good woody kind of sounding beat to it, and yeah, cool little party trick. Let's all play it together, okay? And that's pretty much it. If you do this over and over and over, you get Stand By Me. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Whoa, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the skies that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Whoa, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. All right. So as an added little bonus, because you guys could play that now, we have Kahai here. We have his bass, and actually it's gonna help us out a lot because the bass, following the bass line of this song, kind of gives us cues on when we do the strumming pattern. So let's hear the bass line, Kahai, really quick. So now I'll give you guys the Can you guys hear that?
You want to turn it up a little bit?
Let's listen. No. Where's the volume in this? Is that right? There. Okay. So, with Stand By Me, here's the bass line. So Kai's gonna play it for us. Okay, very good. So you hear it now. So if we sing it, if we sing it in our heads, it goes ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. So on those accents, we can strum our ukulele in that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It goes ba da ba 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 da ba. Okay, so now let's play with the bass line, and that's gonna be it for the song. Everybody ready? So let's play along. So if you get confused on when you're gonna be doing, when you're gonna be strumming, or if you get lost in any way, you can always just sing the melody line of the bass in your head, so that you'll know when to come in. Ba da ba ba. This is when I come in. This is when I come in. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Yeah. Alright, so that was a song called Stand By Me by Benny King. If you guys want to watch the full tutorial of this in its original key, we have it over on ukuleleunderground.com. It's going to be in the key of A, and there's gonna be some picking in there that resolve, not resolve, but
is it like the
resembles violin? Resembles the violin. It's supposed to be the violin part. So we got those cool parts for you over on ukuleleunderground.com. Or if you're watching the stream, they're like, I think I can handle C, A minor, F, and G7, and I'm ready to move on to the next step. You can totally take a look at the lesson over on Ukulele Underground, and while you're there, you can check out many of our other lessons. So what's gonna happen is that next week, Thursday, we learned the 2 songs the past couple weeks that we did. We're gonna be playing Waiting in Vain and Stand By Me pretty much the whole, pretty much the whole time. And I can take in any questions that you guys may have. And what we're gonna do is after that, next month we're gonna have a whole set of new songs. So I'm gonna be doing 3 more songs, and the fourth week we're gonna be doing a jam of all 3 songs, and we're gonna repeat that month after month until we've gone through all of the Ukulele Underground songs, and we'll just do songs that are fun in general. So maybe I might toss a song or 2 in there that are not Ukulele Underground songs that I just kind of want to do for fun, because eventually I want this to turn out to be kind of like a little Friday Live Jam where we just pick a song, we just kind of jam it out, if that's going to be on the 4th week. Okay, so we're going to be doing lessons, kind of song lessons like this, easy song lessons for 3 weeks. 4th week we do kind of like an Aloha Friday Live Jam style jam session. Okay, that's the plan. Is there any questions from the audience or anything like that?
Nope. They're just saying that it's good.
Oh, great. I'm glad you guys enjoy this. We do this because we got a lot of people who watches the Aloha Friday Live Jams, and they're like, oh, it's kind of tough. I can't follow along. I want to play, but I can't do it. I've only been playing for a couple days. This is for you folks. We want to get everybody involved, and we want everyone to play the ukulele, and we figure this is what we this is what we needed. We want to be able to jam with everyone. So in everyone's any skill level.
There have been some people who said that, or who joined earlier, and then they said like, oh, I can't stay for the full thing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be putting up the replays, so
yes,
you guys don't have to worry if you guys need to go or you didn't catch all the lesson. You can catch the full thing later on.
So Songs Made Easy is live, but we have the archive over on YouTube, right? It's on our YouTube channel,
and we have it on our site too.
So. Oh, cool. So, but if you want the music, because we do have handouts for this, so you guys can follow along. Totally sign up for the newsletter, or is it called a newsletter? Is that what we're calling it? Okay. Sign up for the newsletter, and you guys can get those ahead of time. When do we send these out?
Oh, I don't know. As soon as we can make them.
Okay, we send these out at least a day, before the actual. Before the actual lesson, so you guys can take a look at what song and what we're going to be working with. So if you guys want to kind of take a peek at what we're going to be covering, just to get ahead. Sometimes back in high school and college, I like to do that, where I just like to peek ahead at what we're about to do, and so I can get prepared. So totally sign up for the newsletter, and the links to that is below. The links to the past Songs Made Easy is below as well. And make sure to check out Ukulele Underground and sign up for UU Plus to take your ukulele playing to the next level, because we have so much stuff on Ukulele Underground, but even more on Ukulele Underground Plus. Okay, on behalf of Aaron Nakamura, Kai Fergan, and Aldrine Guerrero, we'll see you folks next time. Let's jam next week, and stay tuned for the one-on-one live coaching. I always say sessions.
Yeah.
One-on-one live coaching. Thank you, guys. One-on-one live coaching that's happening over at 3 o'clock here on Ukulele Underground Plus. What that is that you guys kind of you guys show up on cam. I show up on cam, and if you guys have a question or anything like that, I can work on it with you folks live one-on-one. Okay, so we'll see you folks next time. Have a great one, and see you guys again tomorrow at Aloha Friday Live Jam. Aloha.